Expo 2024, and we are in the lounge today.
I think I'll
Man, this has got to be the most comfortable booth in the house. You kick your feet up, you can have a drink in the drink holders. This is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. So, Daniel, let's talk about you and what you guys are doing besides letting us sit on our butt.
Well, I'm glad you guys came over to do that because this is very comfortable.
That's right.
Now, we always do MT, you know, and we've grown and how the size we do it. I always think to myself, all these people are walking around, they're tired, they got sore feet, so we might as well build a living room for them. So
that's right.
Awesome.
So this is fantastic.
We even got glass cleaners to get glasses.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you guys are doing some really cool things, right? You and I were talking yesterday, and I don't realize the extent that you guys are.
We actually opened the training center about 2.5 years ago in Houston, Texas, at one of our facilities. It held about 20 people, and when that started maxing out, we realized we had to do something bigger. So at that point, we opened the training center and we started adding to it. We can now hold about 60 people in there.
Wow.
We have TVs surrounding it so that if there's something going on, TVs, so everybody in back can see what's going on. Actually have a robot camera that will follow the person around, and we're going to start doing live trainings, recorded trainings, and we're also building a podcast studio as well.
Wow,
there you go.
awesome.
We have a robot camera person too. It's called Steven. That's the robot camera. But I may just sleep here tonight. This is now living couch. So
starts at 4, so
I don't wake up. So I gotta wake up. So you guys, Stinger, you guys have been around a while. When did this start for you?
We actually started in 1988. Yep.
88.
Wow. Year before I got married.
Well, I think I've been married 3 times since then. So
wow.
No, we've gone through. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. We've gone through various transformations. We really started out overseas as a coating company, so we weren't a domestic, manufacturer distributor. We were overseas doing a lot in Korea and Japan and China and those areas. So through the different transformations, we've gotten into, detail has always been our forte. Car wash came along. We got really good at that. Now we're doing equipment for car washes. We actually build car washes and reconditioning.
Oh, wow.
We have our warranty programs through Quantum. So we are, you're right. Most people don't know what we all do, but we do all the things we do because this industry has a lot of different facets to it. So, and I'll say for me, it's a lot of fun because the days are always different. There's never the same day twice. So.
Well, the thing is we saw you guys, several years ago, and we've always wanted to come over and met you several times. But this is, I honestly, the biggest surprise for me was the training facility. That's just massive. And then, honestly, guys, it's looking at the Stinger, the catalog, if you will. It's massive. This is a massive bunch of stuff that you guys do everything. This is.
We do.
Crazy.
We have a marketing department.
Yeah, full marketing stuff. That's crazy.
We already had, Buff and Shine come in. Rufus has come in because we partner with them. We don't make buffing pads. We don't make buffers, but we want to team ourselves up with the best and the best, in the industry. So they've been into my training facility doing partner training with us. I have a lot of other companies. The rag company is going to come in and do training with us. So the training center is really unique in the fact that we don't really push product. I've always believed, and I've been in this industry for 25 years, that it's about process procedure. It's not about necessarily the chemical. Now, do we make a great chemical? Absolutely yes. Do I make the only chemical? Absolutely not.
No.
But opening that training facility, it's to the benefit of the end user. Obviously, we're using Stinger chemical in there, but we're also using the partner manufacturers that we do. We don't pretend we make stuff we don't. We make our compound. Those are the things we're really. The training center's been a lot of fun because I've got to work with a lot of the other companies out there as well. So, our partners are the rag company, Buff and Shine, Rufus, Flex, Grit Guard. Anything in our training center that has partnered up with us and is displayed in the training center.
Oh, that's awesome.
At some point in time, I really want to get some really good exposure by someone professional like you guys, because trust us, we can do we can do iPhone videos, but I watch you guys and I think man, they do a better job of this than we do.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the things that Jody and I really love doing, is going around to the trainings and seeing everybody that's getting educated, because like you said, you're right, there's a ton of chemicals out there, but it's a matter of finding one that works for you, that you like, that you know the process, that's got the the working time that works for you, that gives you the finish you want on the vehicles you use in your area. And not all of them are the same. I mean, I can't use certain products in a very humid environment versus a very cold and dry environment. So I think it's behooves everyone in the industry to have a variety of products and go to as many trainings as you can possibly go to.
Well, and that's why this catalog is 80 pages long. Because when you look at, here's the backbone of our training program, is detailing by the numbers. This we released a couple years ago, and this is started as the backbone of the training. So detailing by the numbers is, it's pretty simple. It's very similar to everyone else's, because let's face it, it's a process, very simple. But what we are now doing with this is it's turning into a 40-page training manual.
Wow.
But we make, just in water-based dressings alone, a lot of water-based dressings. And people say, well, that's crazy to have that many. I say, but you know what? This one works really good in Saudi Arabia. This one works really good in Florida, There are differences. So you do have to have a product line that's pretty big. And I think that's one of the things people appreciate about us is they're not, if they want to use our products, they've got a lot of options, a lot of variety, because some things work. It's our 3 Ps of training, and this is a new slogan this year, but our 3 Ps of training are process, procedure, and profit, because those are the 3 things that will make a shop more or less money.
Yeah.
Process and procedure has to be in place to make a profit. So all of our trainings, when we have the detailers come in and they're running a shop, we start out dollar sign on our whiteboard, because we tell them, you come in here just to hang out.
Right.
You came in here with a purpose to figure out, okay, more money. The only ways to make more money are get the job done fast, cut your costs, or listen to somebody who has done so. When we had Oscar Hernandez in, what our audience really wanted to hear was how he successfully did 805 detail. And he had a ball just talking about 805 detail, how he charges, and gas prices in California went crazy. He talked about how he did service charges and fuel charges, and it was a hump for him to get over, but you had to, or else you weren't making the money. So it was really neat to have someone like that in. My trainers have all been in the business for a long time. They've had shops, they've worked for shops, they've worked for centers. So I'm super proud of them. It's a vision that I had for a long time. I couldn't have done it without the company backing up what we were doing. It was kind of a little bit of a one-man show for a while. Now I've got an awesome team of people around me.
That's awesome.
So you point out the marketing. Our marketing team's awesome. We do it all in-house. My trainers are all going all over the country and doing this, and also in my training center every month. 3rd week of the month is usually when it happens, and we offer 10 different classes. We're writing 3 more right now. So tell you what, 25 years in this business, you got to keep reinventing fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I think you mentioned a lot of stuff that people don't think about in the towing industry, and that is, as you mentioned with the fuel prices, it's no different with chemicals. They're going to increase every year. You've got to make sure that your prices are covering your products and your tools. And if people don't understand that, the biggest, I think, thing people don't understand is the business knowledge. But you can't just go to a general business coach. You need to go to somebody in the detailing industry. And that's, Jody and I love doing trainings and talking about how you can make more money with your technology, how you can include the price of your chemicals and your towels and your pants and your shirts and everything you do into the price of your services, so that you are literally not just covering your costs, you're making money. Because at the end of the day, the difference between your revenue and your profit, if you don't understand that and you don't know where it's coming from, you can't make it work. You can have the best products in the world, you can have the best process in the world, but if you don't know how to roll that into a business, you're not going to make it. So,
and we in the trainings, and I know this is not just us, but we talk about the toolbox. The toolbox is your chemicals, your brushes, your towels, all those things. So we make sure we talk about that so that people understand that we want to help make a we want to help people decide what makes sense for them, because we don't want to tell them this is the only way to do it or this is the only thing
Yeah.
you use.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we say that there's a whole bunch of different ways to do this, but through experience and exposure. And I always say this, you know, I didn't wake up this morning and go, holy mackerel, I figured out a great way to run this business.
Yeah, no.
Or change the detail world. It's 25 years of
all
exposure.
little by little.
Yeah, you know,
every moment.
I'm walking through an auction and I see something and I go, well, that's an interesting way of doing that. It makes a lot of sense. Or I'm in a ceramic shop and I see somebody doing something and it makes a lot of sense. So, you know, we all take that. Our whole entire team takes that and exposes other people to it. So this is not that Stinger figured all this out. Just the length of time we've been in the business and the experience and the training team we have takes that knowledge and passes it on. And to me, you know, that ultimately, yes, it doesn't sell product. Ultimately, doesn't help make the business a better business and help the people out there to make more money. That is the goal of our training. It really is.
Yeah.
The product sales will come out.
Absolutely.
That's already happened.
Absolutely.
But it is really about the training. So
yeah, and it never ends. The thing about it is you're going to learn how to do it. You can always pick up something new. And as new chemicals and new processes come out, you pick that up and you integrate that into your business, and you can make, you know, save more time, make more money, all things. The toolbox analogy is so beautiful because they're always coming out with a new tool, right? They always come out with a speed ratchet versus a regular ratchet. A screwdriver that has a curve in it and you can spin it around and it goes faster, faster, faster. So yeah, it's just another screwdriver, but if you go to any mechanic, they've got 17 different Phillips screwdrivers in it that are for different things. So detailing products, they're no different.
So you're a detail technician, just like an automotive technician. You know, that's the same thing. We're just
absolutely.
Our difference is we're making cars clean, shiny, and smell good, and that's how we're successful.
Run.
Yeah,
and mechanics, we make them dirty, smelly, and they don't run as good.
Well, and I always tell all of our classes, all the people I talk to, that the beauty of our job is when the customer gets the car back, it looks different, smells different, they enjoy it more. When you go to the mechanic and your transmission doesn't work and you go pay the $3,000 bill, it worked just like it was supposed to in the first place, but it's not any more fun to drive. It's not any nicer to be in. So our business, in my opinion, is very much like a technician, only even more impactful when someone comes and spends their money to have a car detailed. So I tell all of them, you're a detail technician, so that toolbox has to have the right things in it. So let us help you figure out how you can make things work the best for you. And the end result of that, we hope you make more money. We want that to happen. And we have, you know, our training center, I've had people come from Kansas City, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. You know, those are not short drives into Houston. I mean, just driving across Texas alone is 12 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So do yourself a favor. Go look at some Stinger Chemical Products training. And if you're not at MTE, go look online. But if you are at MTE, you got to stop by the lounge. It's the most relaxed I've been the whole weekend, including in my bed.
Everybody's welcome to come have a seat.
Next year, I'm just gonna live in the lounge. So if you'd like to come talk to us about Road FS, meet me in the Stinger Lounge. And no, seriously, it's been really great. We really appreciate you taking the time. And this is, you know, I can't wait to see what happens in the future. You know, we need to get down to that training facility. It sounds awesome. And we'll catch you guys on the next live. Questions you have, we'll relay them on through if you can't get a hold of these guys for some reason, and we'll take care of you.
All right.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate
See you later.
That's
so much. Absolutely. Anytime, man. We love